A different kind of inflation occurs from shift in the supply curve. And that's what we're going to learn for today. The cost push inflation. Good day everyone. This is Miss Jelena Reyes and I would like to welcome all of you to Miss Reyes class. So let's again begin our discussion with the definition of inflation. So balikan lang natin for you to remember what is inflation all about. So it is generally used to mean any sustained or continuing increase in prices. So pagka may increase in prices tayo, we're talking about inflation. So we have types of inflation. Yung una na natin na-discuss is the demand pull inflation. Okay? Ito yung kapag mataas yung demand, it causes the inflation to rise. The second naman type of inflation that we're going to discuss is the cost push inflation. So the main character naman dito is si supply natin. So again, this is a type of inflation where the increase in the cost of production pushes the prices up. Okay? So, ngayon, ang titingnan natin is not about, okay, the demand, but yung the cost of production. Mamaya madidiscuss natin ano-ano yung mga cost of production na tinatawag po natin and how does it affect yung ating prices. So, if there is an increase in the cost of production of inputs and raw materials, an increase in the wage cost, it will okay, have an effect doon sa ating mga prices. Kapag ka ang dahilan ng pagtaas ng ating mga presyo ay dahil sa ating cost of production, like yung mga raw materials, increase in wages and cost, then ang tawag po natin dyan ay cost push inflation. So, ang nag-push ng inflation ay yung ating cost, right? So, we have here, okay, the theoretical explanation through the using of the ating supply curve natin. Papakita natin sa inyo how does yung supply naman natin affects yung ating inflation or mga prices natin as a whole. So, on the vertical or x-axis, we have yung price and the y-axis, we have the quantity. Okay, so meron tayo again, the demand. Okay, makikita nyo yung demand dito, which is constant or i-assume natin that it does not increase. Okay, so again, ano ulit si demand? It is the desire ng mga tao to buy goods and services at a certain price level. So, ngayon naman, ang titingnan natin, si supply. Si supply naman is, it describe the total amount of yung specific goods or services that is available to consumers. So, we have demand, ito yung kagustuhan natin na bumili. Yung supply naman, yung total amount na available na bibilhin po natin. So, importante yung dalawang yan or importante na alam nyo yung definition ng dalawang yan para hindi kayo nagkakaroon ng kalituhan, no? So, on this situation na meron tayo, okay, on the first situation, okay, ito yung quantity natin or the Q1 natin, okay, and then this is our P1 or yung price 1 natin. So, kapag ka, nandito yung supply and yung demand level po natin, we have here the equilibrium where yung ating supply and the demand curve intersects with each other. Okay? So, now, what happen if there is a shift in our supply? So, sabi natin dito yung demand natin is constant, hindi siya nagbago. So, ang merong changes na naganap is si supply. So, we have here shift in our supply. So, from S1 to S2. Ano kaya yung magiging effect niya sa ating quantity at sa ating price? So, ang lagi mong gagawin dyan, if ever there is a shift, tingnan mo yung intersection or yung equilibrium nila. So, let's first see the quantity. Anong nangyari sa quantity from quantity 1 to quantity 2? 'Di ba? Kumonte yung quantity po natin. So, mapapansin nyo, nag-decrease yung ating quantity. From quantity 1 to quantity 2, nabawasan yung ating supply. Okay? Nung nagkaroon tayo ng shift in the supply. So, what happens naman on our price? Okay? Nung nagkaroon ng shift sa ating supply, yung price naman po natin ay nag-increase naman siya. So, an increase in price means what? Inflation, right? So, again, when we are talking about increase in prices, we are talking about inflation. So, at this point, makikita mo that yung simpleng paggalaw or shift ng supply will result in decrease in quantity and increase naman in prices, which is inflation. Ngayon, makikita natin that si supply, it has effect on the prices. Kapag kakaunti yung ating supply or kumante yung quantity ng supply natin, tataas ang presyo, which will push yung ating inflation. So ngayon, ang titingnan naman natin, ngayon na nalaman na natin that the shift in the supply curve will result to increase in prices. Ano naman ang reason or ano naman ang bakit kaya nagkakaroon ng decrease in supply? Okay? Ba't kumakaunti yung supply natin? So, increase in the cost of production of inputs ang dahilan, okay? Kung bakit kumakaunti ang supply natin. Ano nga ba tong cost of production na tinatawag natin? Review na lang to sa inyong basic microeconomics. I hope na na-take nyo na yan kasi pang first year yung ano na yan, no? So, pero balikan lang natin para lang ma-refresh tayo. We have the raw materials. When we're talking about cost of production, ito yung mga ginagamit natin to be able to produce yung ating final goods and services. Una, raw materials natin, dito sa example, ang ginamit ko dito, na final goods and services is yung bread natin. Okay? So, kailangan natin ng raw materials, which is the flour. Of course, we also need machineries to finish, okay, yung paggawa ng bread. And, of course, hindi mawawala yung wages. So, if there is an increase in cost of production or yung inputs natin ng mga yan, kung tumaas yung presyo ng flour, tumaas yung presyo ng machineries, and yung pasahod natin, what will happen, okay, sa ating finished goods na tinapay? So, syempre, tataas din po yung presyo ng tinapay. But rather than that, syempre, kapag mataas yung puhunan ng mga supplier natin, right, sa mga raw materials na kakailanganin nila to produce bread, ang unang-unang nangyayari kasi, beside from pagtaas ng presyo ng final goods, is kumakaunti yung nagagawa po nila. Dati, sa puhunan nila, like for example, sa puhunan nila na 50,000 nakakagawa na sila ng 100,000 pieces of bread, ngayon, hindi na dahil ang cost of production ng isang tinapay, okay, dati, 2 piso, ngayon, naging 3 piso na. So, yung 50,000 nila ngayon, syempre, bababa kaya yung magagawa niya. Okay? So, dati nakakagawa ng 100,000, ngayon, siguro kung 3 piso, magkakaroon ng changes dun sa supply. So, pag ang result natin again, kapag kumaunti ang supply, tataas po ang presyo. Pero, tingnan natin ulit, okay, the reason behind naman pagtaas ng mga presyo ng mga cost of production natin. There is always reason kung bakit tumataas naman yung cost of production of inputs natin, tulad ng mga flour, tulad ng machineries, and even yung mga wages ng mga empleyado. So, hindi ko napalitan, dapat it is cost push inflation occurs. Ayan. So, iyan na lang, take note na lang dyan. Cost push inflation occurs, unang-una, when there is increase in crude oils. Alam naman po natin na ang pinaka-ginagamit natin na para makapag-transport tayo ng raw materials from one place to another is yung ating oils, diba? So, kapag nagkaroon ng increase in prices ng ating oils, kadalasan, i-expect na natin that there will be increase in our raw materials. Kasi hindi naman pwede na hindi mo i-transport yung ating raw materials, no? Kailangan na mai-transport natin yan from yung supplier natin to yung ating yung magma-manufacture. Kaya napaka-importante na ma-check talaga yung pagtaas ng presyo ng mga oils po natin because it will really affect yung ating cost of production. Okay? So, next natin na pinag-uusapan dito is the international trade. So, ano tong international trade? It is also related sa ating increase in oil prices. Kasi, kapag tumaas yung oil price po natin, it will also slow down yung growth of the industrial economy, creating some recession. So, sabi natin sa recession, yung pagbaba ng mga economic activities po ng ating bansa. So, kapag ka nag-slow down yung economic activities, mag-slow down din yung ating international trade or yung pag-import-export po natin ng mga mga final goods and services sa iba't ibang bansa. Ano ang mangyayari kapag gano'n? The decline of export or prices or the deflation of export in the prices in the Philippines coupled with the cost push inflation from yung petroleum po natin will have created adverse effect on the large sectors of the economy. So, tataas yung mga prices natin since hindi nga tayo nakakapag-create ng international trade with different countries na meron mas maayos or mas maganda na presyo sa mga iba't ibang goods and services sana. So, next po nating reason kung bakit po, okay, nagkakaroon ng cost push yan na cost push inflation ay because of yung ating monopolist. Okay? Kung alam niyo yung monopolist na tinutukoy po natin. So, sila yung nagko-control ng certain, okay, goods and services. So, isa lang, okay, mono means, okay, one. So, to increase their markup such as acceptability and profitability. Since powerful yung ating monopolistic firms, they can increase the prices, okay, disproportionately when wages are raised or when other cost inputs increases. So, yung mga monopolies po natin, ibig sabihin natin dyan, sila lang talaga yung may supply niyan. Like, for example, water and electricity, ganyan. Since sila, sa kanilang lang nanggagaling talaga, wala tayong ibang choice. Kapag there is an increase in prices from the monopolistic firm, then meron talagang magiging increase din sa ating production cost. And last po natin na reason kung bakit meron tayong cost push inflation is because of yung ating devaluation of peso. So, this is our fourth factor, particular in inflation and can be provided, okay, because the devaluation of yung peso natin makes the peso worth less in relation to say the dollar. So, like ang kunyari ang i-compare natin si peso and si dollar. So, like for example, yung ano natin, yung $1 is equals to 50 pesos. So, pag sinabi natin devaluation of peso is like, kapag yung $1 is naging equal to 100 pesos. So, ibig sabihin, nag-decrease yung ating power, okay? Yung strength ni peso kasi tumaas po yung kanyang kapalit, okay? Para makakuha tayo ng $1. Para may $1 ka, kailangan mong incur ng 100 pesos. So, isipin ninyo, kapag kayo ay mga supplier ng goods and services, like for example, yung bread, at ini-import, ay kinukuha mo pa, okay, yung raw materials mo from the other countries, like for example nga sa US ka kumukuha ng mga raw materials mo, so mag-incur ka dahil you have devaluation of peso or mas nag-less yung worth ng peso mo, mas mataas yung gagastusin mong peso, okay, mas mataas yung gagastusin mong pera because of the devaluation of peso. So ayaw po natin na bumababa yung strength ni peso, okay, kasi against dollar, kasi yun nga yung magiging effect nun sa mga ano po natin, sa mga productions po natin. Yung pwede yung ibang ano natin, like for example yung mga OFWs natin kapag tumataas si dollar, okay, yung value ni dollar into peso, syempre masaya sila since kukuha sila ng mas mataas na ano, 'di ba, nakapalit ng padala. Pero it also has a negative effect or impact naman sa ating economy kasi siyempre tumataas din yung mga yung value of peso na kailangan mo to be able to pay for a certain goods and services na naka-trade sa dollar. Okay? So, sana clear yung sa atin, no, yung kung paano nagkakaroon ng cost push inflation. So, balikan lang po natin para hindi tayo nalilito or ano ba 'to, magkaroon ng questions about it. So, isipin lang natin when there is, okay, an increase in prices because of yung ating cost of the production, then kung ang reason ng pagtaas ng presyo ay dahil sa kumonti yung supply, bakit kumonti yung supply? It's because of yung pag-increase ng cost of production po natin like raw materials, machineries, and wages, then ang tawag po natin doon ay cost push inflation, or the inflation occurs because of pagtaas ng mga cost of production of inputs po natin. So sana clear po yan, no? For your activity for today, okay, for the class, kailangan nyo lang po, okay, differentiate si demand pull inflation and si cost push inflation. And I would like to see the differentiation of that on the comment section here on our YouTube channel. So, for your attendance for today. Thank you so much, everyone. I hope that it is clear. I hope that I have discussed everything clearly to all of you. If ever you have questions, clarifications, don't hesitate to comment below or send me a personal message. So, thank you everyone for watching our video presentation. I would be glad if you're going to consider subscribing on our channel for more learning materials. Thank you so much, everyone. That's it for our video for today. Goodbye.